Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, that bringeth forth his fruit in its season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but like the chaff which the wind drives away. The ungodly are not so, but like the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Okay, now I'll read it. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted, so he'll be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in its season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. So, what does the Lord know?
He knows the way
Of what?
of the ungodly.
He knows the way of the
Righteous
And what's going to happen to the way of the ungodly?
shall perish.
What? Okay. Let's go to Proverbs 5. Ready? My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou, what does it mean to bow your ear? That thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. So the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb. Her mouth is smoother than oil, but the end of it is bitter as wormwood, and sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold. Her steps take hold on hell, lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life. Her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. I want you to be listening. I want you to be listening.
But it's a movie.
I want you to be listening. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove, so he's telling you not to depart. Don't depart from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way far from her. So that's instructions. The instructions are to remove your way far from her. Remember, her Her mouth, it drops as a honeycomb. Her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood and sharp as a two-edged sword. So the instruction is to remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh to the door of her house. So think of a door. Miss Rose, think of a door. And don't,
like this.
and it says, come not nigh the door of her house. So don't come near the door of her house. Do you want to know what would happen if you did?
No.
It says, lest thou give thy honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel, lest strangers be filled with thy wealth. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're to sit and listen, please. Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger. So, is there a way to pause it? There's no way. Rose, grab me that paper and pen.
Where?
Right there on top of the.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Let's go over this a little bit.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna go a couple more pages in so it doesn't clash with what else I'm doing. Okay. So we just read. What's the first thing we read? We read Psalms 1. We read Psalms 1. Okay? And what did we read? And then now we're reading what?
Psalms 5.
Proverbs 5. Or can you watch while I'm so everyone can follow along.
Proverbs 5.
Proverbs, yes. And this is just as much for you as for that. It's just a way for us to open up an opportunity for others as well.
And to be
Okay?
cold.
No, that's what you have this here for. And under.
Under it?
Yes. So that way you can be warm, but I want you to listen. Okay. All right. So, what do we read about in Psalms 1?
We read about the blessed.
So we read about two people.
Day and night.
Miss Rose, will you draw two people? Will you draw
Yeah.
the blessed, the man that walks in the
I got 2 people.
Actually, I need 3 people, Miss Rose.
3?
Yep.
How
3.
many?
I need
Boys or girls?
I need a man that walks.
A
Not in the
man
counsel.
or a girl?
It's a man that doesn't walk in the counsel of the ungodly. So I need a counsel of the ungodly.
Okay.
I need.
What's a counsel
yeah,
of
let
an
me see.
ungodly?
Let me see. Okay, so. Okay, so we don't want to walk this way. This could be the counsel of the ungodly. And we don't want to walk this way, which this way could be the seat of the scornful. But our delight.
But shouldn't I draw the man?
We'll make this like.
Can I draw a man? Are you drawing a squirrel?
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
a squirrel. And he's
Okay.
scroll.
Or, you could probably do a much better job than me, Miss Rose. I'm sorry, but this is gonna be our delight's gonna be what?
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Okay, our delight, and then we can draw a thought bubble. Our delights are gonna be to.
Can I do it?
Our delights are gonna be to.
Can I finish drawing one person right here?
Yeah, hold on. I really just wanted to get over here, so I want to just a little bit quickly. So you're gonna draw the counsel of the ungodly.
Like that?
And then over here you want to draw sitting in the seat of a scornful.
So a seat
Yeah, a seat.
with a
You can
person
make
on
like
it?
a throne, yeah. Yeah, we don't want to just be sitting and in a seat of.
A girl or a boy sitting in it?
You choose.
I'll draw a girl. Can you draw?
Very nicely done.
Dress.
Okay.
Hey, mess it up.
Sorry. Okay. So, watch out, just now we're gonna label both of these. Okay. So this is, counsel of
Ungodly.
ungodly. Reminds me of whenever, whenever one of David's son wanted to be with Tamar, how he had counsel of someone. Miss Rose?
I must cover this up. I don't want anyone to see this because I messed it up.
No. Okay, and this is the seat of.
Scornful.
What does that look like? I should have next time we'll have maybe the laptop so we can keep the correct word so we can look up the definition of ungodly and scornful. Rose, can you go grab it for me?
Grab what?
The laptop so we can look up the definitions?
Sure.
Thank you. I'll wait till she gets back. So we have, okay. Right, we have a blessing. The blessing is here. Okay, so here's the blessing. This is a blessing. Where is it? Sarah, do you know where it is?
It's on the floor.
Here. You want to go help her? Thank you. Rose, you come have a seat, and since you are our illustrator, you can look up those two words in the Strong's, please. Your sister, you are our illustrator. Okay, so thank you. You can open it up, and then Sarah can look it up. The blessing is
No,
here,
Sarah tells me how to do it.
and the warning is from these two. We're warned from these two. No, Elizabeth. No, look out of the way and let Sarah do that.
In Israel's history. These battles were.
Thank you.
What do you want to be looked up?
Ungodly, Psalms 1, ungodly.
And the ungodly, you said?
So, Elizabeth,
What?
go to tools, or scroll down. right here. Okay, so the ungodly is wicked. It's an adjective. It describes wicked, criminal. Keep going down. Alright, stop right here. Wicked, criminal, guilty one guilty of crime, wicked, hostile to God, wicked, guilty of sin against God or man. Now would you look up scornful? So the blessing is here, girls. The blessing is here. He shall be. Did you look up scornful? Alright,
To boast, to scorn.
So,
Scorn, make mouth
alright.
To boast, make malice at top.
To boast.
To boast, to scorn.
Scorn.
To mock.
To mock.
To interfere.
To boast, to scorn, to make.
Interfere.
It says make mouths at. It says talk arrogant.
To boast. To scorn.
To talk
To
arrogantly.
mock. To
To deride.
To
I think that's a lot, but we could to scoff, to scorn, to show oneself as a mocker. So these are all we do not want to walk. We do not want to sit in this seat, and we don't want to get counsel from an ungodly. What does counsel mean?
to laugh at.
There it is. Advise, purpose. So counsel means counsel. Counsel, advice, and purpose. Counsel, advice, purpose, which anyone gives or receives. So we don't want to get counsel, advice, purpose, which someone can give or receive from the ungodly. So we don't want to get counsel, advice, purpose, which someone will give. We don't want to get this from the ungodly. Nor do we want to sit in the seat of a scornful. So we don't want to be sitting in the seat to boast, to scorn, to mock, to make mouths out, to talk arrogantly. But what do we want to do? The blessing is here. We want to be meditating
on the Word of God.
Yes. All times, the sun and the moon, day and night. We want to be meditating on God's Word. And then there's a blessing. That's where the blessing is. The blessing is here. Because whoever he that does, he shall be like a tree.
Planted in the. Can I draw the tree?
Yes, draw a tree. But draw it quickly because we're almost out of time and I didn't even get to Proverbs 5.
Okay.
He's going to be like a tree. Now plant that tree by the rivers of water.
Planted with the seed.
Plant that tree by the rivers of water.
And the river. And the seed grows into roots. It grows into a tree.
All right. So, whatever he does is going to prosper. Draw a leaf. His leaf is not going to wither. It's not going to wither.
No.
And he's going to bring forth fruit. Draw a basket of fruit in its season. And he's going to be prospering. It's going to be prospering. It's going to be fruitful. Yeah, there we go. There's a basket of fruit.
There's no fruit in it yet.
So now, after you're done with that, we're going to have the end of the other two, or the other. The ungodly. And we're gonna have what? So now we're going to have the ungodly. So the ungodly are going to be like a chaff which the wind drives away. Can I do a chaff like the wind drives away? The ungodly are going to be like a chaff.
What's a chaff?
Okay, this is a broom, and it's going to be sweeping. Oh, thank you. It's
I
gonna
want
be-
to throw a
It's
broom.
going to be sweeping up the chaff. And the chaff are going to be then. So the wind would drive it away. And then just
What's
gonna,
a chaff?
this is going to be swept up into the dustpan, and it's going to be taken away. Okay. That's what that is. Okay. So.
Can I draw it?
So they are not going to be able to stand
I want to draw it.
in the judgment, nor in the congregation of the righteous, because the Lord knows the way. He knows them.
Not
The Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly,
shall perish.
yeah.
Can I draw something that means swept away with the wind?
Okay, there we go. All right, now we're going to go to Proverbs 5 because we're almost out of time, and I still haven't got to other things, okay? So we're gonna just, for time's sake, we're gonna go through so that we can hopefully get this done before time's up.
And before Dad gets home.
Okay, so Proverbs 5. We have a blessing in the fact that we have wisdom. So listen. Okay, so he's telling us to attend. He's telling us to bow down our ear. You see the ear? The ear? He's telling us to bow down the ear to understanding. He wants us to listen. Bow down our ear to understand. Bow down our ear to understanding, okay? So why? So that thou may regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge.
Can I draw lips?
J-
Please.
okay, go ahead. So that we would regard discretion, and that our lips may keep knowledge. Okay. Now, 4. This is why. Because.
I'm almost done.
Okay. 4. For the lips. It says of a strange woman. The lips of a strange, they drop.
Can I draw the women?
They drop as a honeycomb.
Can I draw a honeycomb?
So,
Can I draw a picture real quick?
you want to draw a honeycomb?
I do too.
Okay. So, draw a honeycomb.
They drop as a honeycomb. I want to draw a honeycomb. Can I draw one?
Rose, we're very short on time. I don't even think we're going to get to the epistle yet. I don't even know if we'll be able to finish doing this. Can you draw it dropping off of that?
Sure.
So they drop like a honeycomb. Honey is sweet. They drop like a honeycomb.
I can draw.
And they drop like a honeycomb, and it's smoother than oil. Rose, draw a picture of oil right here. Picture of oil. They're smoother than oil. Nay, that means they're seamless.
You
know how
spell
put
oil?
Oil, O-I. Does the oi sound?
Ow.
Oil. Now, you know how you put oil on your chain to make it go smoothly? They're smoother than oil. Okay, so it's like her lips of a strange woman are her mouth is smoother than oil, and her mouth is smoother than oil. Her lips are honeycomb, but her end. So this is why we get to have foresight, so we can tell the end of things, the end of the matter. But her end is.
Can I do an end?
Her end is what? It might seem sweet for a time, but the end of it is going to be what?
Bitter.
Now make that really bold, Rose. Make that bold.
Like naked?
No, like bold.
How do I do that?
You make it thicker and bolder. It's bitter. The end of her is bitter. It's as bitter as wormwood. It's sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Lest I should ponder her path, her ways, they're movable. Thou canst not know them. Hear me now, therefore, you children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. So don't leave the words of my mouth. I'm telling you, he's telling us the end from the beginning. Don't leave the words of his mouth. Remove thy way far from her. So we see the end, we see the beginning, we see the end. Remove your way far from her, and come not nigh. So we're supposed to remove our way far from her. We don't even want to get to the bitter part. We want to be wise, and we want to not come near her. We want to listen to understanding, and we want to go in another direction. We don't want to go anywhere near her. But yes, if you are here, turn, go in another direction. Bitter, very bitter. Okay, her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Don't depart from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way far from her.
Depart from her.
Yeah, go way away
Depart from her, oh my people.
And come not nigh to the door of her house. So don't come close to her door.
So
why? You know what will happen if you come close to her door?
So we want to stay far away.
Yeah, that's the door. And so we're listening to understanding, and we're gonna go far away from, and we're gonna avoid it. We're gonna pass by and go on. Okay? We don't want to fall in this trap. Okay, nice. Elizabeth Rose.
Yeah, I need to tell her.
We are running out of time. Please. Okay, so don't come near the door of her house. Why? Because if you come near the door of her house, what will happen? It's recorded. Okay, what will happen if you come near the door?
Better.
If you come near the door of her house,
Bitter.
you'll give your honor. So, lest thou give thine honor. So what's yours?
Understanding.
You're gonna give your honor. Give your honor unto others. Okay, you give your honor unto others, and your years to the cruel. Cruel. And strangers will be filled with your wealth. Strangers will be filled with thy wealth. And guess what else? Your labors will be in the house of strange. And that's where we're going to have to stop. There's more, but we'll have to stop there. And thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. And they say, how have I hated instruction in my heart, despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Okay, stop right there.